Well, Stephanie, thanks for joining us this afternoon. We look forward to hearing what you have to say, but your keynote is about change and the pace of change, and everything is happening so quickly. Why do you think that is?
There's no question that the pace of change is happening really rapidly, as you note, Jennifer. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I think there's no question that technology has really accelerated the pace of change, and technology is begetting other technology. So one of the reasons that generative AI, for example, is moving so quickly is that it is depending on machines that are training other machines. And as a result, you're just seeing things move so quickly. And when you're able to take manual elements out of technology, for example, we're seeing, a lot of coding is being impacted by generative AI. People can work much faster, but the machines are also able to work much faster because they're getting rid of some of the manual or duplicative work. So there is this sort of virtuous or vicious cycle, depending on how you want to look at it. The technology is just begetting greater and greater speeds.
And that can be pretty overwhelming for just a normal person out living their life, or even a credit union who's going, how do we keep up? So how do organizations such as credit unions, how do they kind of keep up with this pace of change so that they're not continually playing catch up?
It's a great question, and I think two things come to mind when I think about credit unions specifically. I just came from the Fast Company Innovation Festival, and a huge through line of that convention and that conference was customer-centric or customer-focused innovation. And I think this is where credit unions actually have a massive advantage. Credit unions are obsessively focused on members. And I think by listening to the members and understanding what the members' needs are, it's a real way of creating a focus for innovation. And so while it does feel really overwhelming, and I think credit unions are right to feel a little breathless about it all, at the end of the day, if credit unions take a minute, listen to customers, and develop their innovation around what the members need, that'll hold them in really good stead.
So in other words, don't try to do everything. Try to do what makes the most sense for your credit union and your members.
Absolutely. The members are going to help drive where that innovation goes. And the truth is that members have high expectations for credit unions, and members are bringing the technologies that they're used to in their personal lives to their expectations from their credit unions and from the other institutions that they rely on for services and products. But the good news is that the people who make up your credit union, your employees, they're also all consumers of those technologies. So listen to your members, but also take advantage and lean into the fact that your employees and the people that are working in your credit union are also craving the same experiences and can bring that kind of intelligence and passion to the projects.
And then Stephanie, the pace of change, do you ever think it's going to slow down, or is it just going to keep going faster and faster and faster? Or
I think that the pace of change is not going to slow down, but what happens with technology is you often see these sort of plateaus. And so while you never can go wrong betting on continuous change and things always sort of moving forward and progressing, there will be a plateau, and there will be an opportunity, I think, for people to catch their breath and assess and think about how to deploy technologies and how to deploy new systems in the way that's right for their organizations.
And then finally, what do you hope people take away from your keynote tonight?
I hope that people are inspired to think about the fundamentals of their organizations. Even as they have to move quickly, it's really important to get the basics right, whether we're talking about the basics of the technology and the kinds of platforms you need on which to build your innovation, or you're just talking about the basics of running a good organization. You can't go fast. You can't keep up with the pace of change if the basics are fundamentally broken. And so I hope that at the end of the day, everybody takes stock and remembers, you got to get the basics right. The blocking and tackling really still matters.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us this afternoon, Stephanie.
Thank you.